Hello, welcome back to From Soft Serve. Today we have some mod updates that have sort of piled up on each other, more or less, as I've been working on them and kind of doing some little side things here and there. And ooh, someone just killed the gargoyles. Big ups, homie. First of all, I just want to shout out that I do have a Patreon if you'd like to support the Dark Souls Re-Remastered project and help my cats possibly get even fatter. Although I think they've hit the limit of like 25 pounds for two of them, and then the other one is like normal weight. But if you want to make them super fat, you can subscribe to the Patreon for $5 a month, and you get behind-the-scenes pictures, ad-free versions of these videos. And you can also download the MP4 if you just want like a higher quality, you know, not crappy YouTube compression. So yeah, check that out if you want. It's cool stuff. And on to the video. So these interiors for Undead Parish, I finally got back around to darkening them, because they looked worse in my mod than they did in the unmodded game, to be honest. Like, and that's partially because Crispy did that really great comparison video, and then I went, oh, okay, most of my mod does look, you know, better, IMO. But this one I was like, oof, not looking great. And I you know, there's a known issue that removing the baked lighting in this area had not been great. So anyway, I was messing around with that, and I also removed like the weird window grating things, which didn't actually fix the issue that I was having. More so, I was messing around with, can I get shadows or like light to come through these windows? And I think it's actually more so down to the angle of the sun. As you can tell by like the little window there, the sun hits the edge of it, and so it's not actually naturally going to come in anyway. But I have these Oscar light shafts that I've been repurposing throughout the game, so I got to reset them to where they're more narrow and they correctly like go through the windows. But yeah, small thing. Adjusting the light IDs and to make it just darker on the inside. And that's kind of my big goal, is to just make it look more kind of like it did in the original game. Which, you know, my general strategy is do no harm, right? So that was definitely one where I'm like, oof, I know that doesn't look better, but I got to mess with that. Beyond that, we're now headed to Darkroot Garden, because I do have some updates there. Not a ton. These are all like small little visual updates, I would say. Oh yeah, we got to go to Sin's Fortress too, actually. So this is good. We're in a nice little Nexus area here. We can go to both. Yeah, I know. He's killed in my game. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal, you know? It's not a big deal. He's not worried about it. I mean, it's because he's dead, but, you know, it's a multiverse, okay? He's alive in the other games, in the other saves. This one, I alt-tabbed, and I smacked the shit out of him. And then he was pissed, and I had to kill him, so. But in Darkroot Garden, I added more grass. I basically go back here every once in a while to add more grass, so I don't get, like, burnt out on adding grass. I can kind of just do it piecemeal, you know, over time. Works pretty well. And I need to go back and add more fog as well, because that fog SFX, that's actually the fog you're seeing right now, they kind of like stopped using it. They would do this intro portion, and then there's like deeper in Darkroot Garden, and then they just kind of were like, perhaps they ran out of, you know, render budget. Not really sure, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I did anything else over here that's new, other than just like, hey, yeah, it's cool water. It's nice. Oh, you sons of bitches. And we got down here. I always thought these like these jabronis, I honestly forgot before I was modding this game. I forgot they just keep coming back. It's really weird. But yeah, so no grass here, but then we start adding grass. And I did a lot of grass. Oh, they even have little mushrooms? Or whatever that is. Coral? What the fuck is that? And we got these trees. Actually, I ended up I was putting those around as well, as they're destructible and kind of cool. So I started to place more of them. And there's something about Darkroot Garden. My original plan was actually, now that I have the Blender plugin, I could add trees. And the big problem I had with adding trees before the Blender plugin is that, well, if you add them to where the player can walk, well, it's going to be really noticeable that there's no collision. You could just walk right through the tree, right? And yeah, that looks weird, right? Oh my god. Y'all are annoying. Y'all are the worst. Got some nice trees in the distance. I was also fixing some distant trees while I was here. And booyah. We got the grass, but it's really heading back. Oh, did I see something load in? Well, there's that weird flickering. I gotta look into that. Let's make sure everything else is doing a-okay. All right, let's run. Okay. Well, now I'm just gonna aggro all of them, so that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think I got confused on which portion I was at, which happens when I'm playing the game as well. Okay. Well, now I'm just getting hounded by all of them. So this is how I experience Darkroot Garden. All the time. There's now grass. I ended up resizing the grass slightly to make it look a little different and rotate each little patch. And yeah, here's where I died last time. I was recording a Twitter video. And yeah, so this fog I need to copy more and more of. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So nothing huge. No huge updates. Let's see if I can dark sign before they... Well, I guess I could have just used the bonfire right outside the doorway there, but yeah, such is life. Oh, really? Okay, well, I guess I'm out here. Actually, there are little fixes out here. I'm such a good planner on these videos, right? But I'll always get that one comment. You know what? That's the thing on their shields. The one thing I kind of wanted to fix on the hollow shield is, you know, that the one little like stringy bit? I always thought that kind of looked weird. I want to look at that because it just looks really strange. I mean, I know they're supposed to be like the outline of the shield, but that shield, it is funny that the shield despawns, but the actual enemy does not. I fixed the texture flickering on this mesh, and I also like cleaned up some of the weird rubble, like little PNGs that they were using, where they would just like paste it on top. And they did this throughout the game a lot to like sort of emulate rubble, but it honestly looked really nasty and just like it's not something you can upscale and make it look better. Like it just looks like ass. I also moved these crates down to the ground so they actually like are level. They were floating beforehand. This crate I need to actually edit a little bit. These ones are meant to be sitting on top of here, but the problem is that that's not actually a level area. So what I need to do is actually like rotate them, which I guess we can do that real quick just for funsies, because we basically always do one of these things in these videos. So I can show, I want an excuse basically to show DSMF Studio. I love DSMF Studio. So yeah, these things are kind of weird because they're pretty unrealistically sitting up on this little ridge. And so, the first thing that you're like, oh, okay, well, I can just lower them, right? It's like, well, no, because then they're sitting, they're actually like clipping through these bricks. So I guess your other option is to just move them like this, but then the problem is, oh, actually, I have an idea. I might have an idea here. If we put one like this and put one like this, that actually makes sense for them not falling through, right? Yes, good. And we can still achieve the intended goal, which is that they will cover up this pathway. Because that's definitely one where like it's very obvious that that's what the developers were doing, right? There is no mystery in that. So I would definitely want to maintain their intent there, which is to cover up. Although I think will look a little strange, yeah, if they're all sitting like that. Is there a more creative way of covering this up? I actually think there is. So let's get a little crafty about this. Let's set that one up. That's what I love about Dark Souls modding, is you can start just getting real creative. I think Will Smith called it getting jiggy with it. I believe that's what he was referring to, is Dark Souls modding. So like this crate out here is a little sus. So if we just duplicate, maybe we add another crate. Maybe we got another little thing. Like, I think the big problem is you're putting all the crates over here. Like, I think we can even make it better. Like, what if we double stack? What about that, Miyazaki? What if we're double stacking up in this bitch? Yeah, more destruction. That's the goal. All right. Yeah, this looks a little weird if we don't stack here. All right, I'm playing with Legos again. I'm a kid again. It's great. Yeah, let's sort of fix that. Yeah, whenever you're placing stuff, you always have to I try my best to like rotate. Okay, orient. You know, a lot of little messing around to make it seem like it's not awful looking. That's mostly my goal here. And let's see. Some of the most fun parts about Dark Souls modding is just being able to move shit wherever you want, basically. So cool. All right, let's see. What's the rotation? Okay, let's go 0. Wait. Well, that's jacked up. What the hell? Huh. Oh, was the original mesh meant to... Yeah, that's weird. The rotation of -78. Well, okay. Normally it's like 0, 0, 0 or 90, 90, 90. Now, it's not normal that one of them is 78, because that means like the original mesh was meant to be rotated, which is a little strange from its like origin. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's almost like it's meant to be. Not that it needs to be perfectly straight or anything, obviously. You would actually prefer it to be a little cattywampus, I believe they call it in the streets. Actually, anybody from the streets, let me know if that's what y'all call it. I somehow doubt that. But maybe that's the cool thing to say. Cool beans is also a cool thing to say. So the one downside of the Blender plugin for me is actually the way that the map pieces, after you edit them in Blender, when they re-import to DS Map Studio, they become untextured. I'm not entirely sure why that is, so I'm actually going to try something here. Let's save the map. Let's disable texturing for a second. Let's unload it, and then let's reload it, and it's going to look like Technicolor is shit, which is fine. Because then, oop, not a new project. We don't want a new project. Okay, so we got texturing back on. Let's unload it. And then let's see if just flushing it out. That did not work. Yeah, there's something with the way that the Blender plugin actually like manages it that it doesn't go well. So that's fine. No biggie. Alright, so let's get that crate there. That covered up. It's clipping through a little bit. We'll see how it looks in game though. So then we got this one. And I feel like we could do a better job of... how's this crate looking? Is this crate clipping through as well? It is. Sorry for the random clipping. So it's kind of one of those where you can literally just rotate and then make it look like it's leaning up against it. It's essentially a physics-related thing that we're faking. we're gonna make it look like it's leaning when it's actually not at all. So I just want to space out these crates to make them look like they've been placed here, but it's not as super obvious. So everyone who's still watching this video, y'all the real homies, because I think most people would be like, this has got to be the most boring shit I have ever seen in me life. But then again, you guys are really cool about random Dark Souls modding stuff, so it's actually a feature, not a bug. Let's see. Let's rotate this. Obviously, like, this is stuff that, you know, I could stream. I don't know, my internet's been pretty kind of touchy. That streaming, I don't know. I think it might, like, cut off midstream, and I don't really want to do that, you know, so. Ooh. Oh, I got a floating goddamn box. Okay, well, that's a problem. And then I think we need, so this one needs to come forward just a bit. And then let's copy one more. My cat is trying to hop up. Bella, I love you. I really do. But I'm busy. Oh, she just hopped up. You may have heard her sound a little bit. Oh, yeah, I forgot this one's up on a ledge, too. Yeah. I don't think anyone really cared or noticed, but because of who I am as a person, I noticed these sort of issues. Okay, Bella, I'm gonna put you down. Okay, Bella is down. Okay. Let's fix some crates. Okay. I think they can be, like, further out, because I think if they're, like, super centered on the pathway there, then it really does look kind of fucking strange, right? So this is a bit of a glow up. I now know how to use that word or term, right? So maybe it looks a bit more natural. I'll keep playing around with it, but okay, so we're not going to focus too much on that. Although we already spent like 8 years on it, so I understand. People are like, what in the holy goddamn hell is this guy? How does this guy have almost 6,000 subscribers? It's like, I mean, if I knew, I would tell you. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's a fucking mystery to me, but all right, let's go in here real quick. And let's see if our crates are now moved. Ah, they are. Okay, I still have a floating crate, but that's fine. So yeah, fix that. I also fixed the, it turns out the ladders, both ladders, like the ladder back there and here, were not actually set to the same depth of field setting. And so they actually stood out and were super clear where they're supposed to be obviously occluded by the depth of field, right? So that was certainly a, like, oh shit, okay, that's a little bug fix. And let's go to Undead Parish, because I finally did something in Sen's Fortress. I did really a few things where I basically fixed oh yeah, there were supposed to be texture issues on the way here. Or at least the guy said there were texture issues. I got a lot of reports from this one guy that he was playing through. Okay, well, it's fine so far. I was actually stealing this bridge. Oh wow, you can really clearly see. Yeah, the trees are floating. I'm gonna fix that. Because if I put them down too far, then the trees are too low. I could make them taller, I guess. Like bigger trees? That's true. Alright. We're going into Sen's Fortress. And I'm gonna not fall. That's the goal. That's the goal. I really appreciate when everyone, there's a, or not everyone, you know what I mean. When people post that like, hey man, I really like that your videos like show the behind the scenes and sort of like the nitty gritty and how you're doing it. I'm like, yeah, that, oh, hey, got another render issue. Duly noted. Duly noted. All right. Oh, we timed it right. We timed it right. Pro level strats. Yeah, there was actually quite a few issues in Sense Fortress with light leakage, where the sun was coming through the sometimes one-sided meshes, and they basically had just not been set to back face render. And like in here, there was a bunch of issues, and then it was also not rendering a higher map object. Let's actually go back here for a second. Can we figure out in this room? Let me go back to the issue here. All right. Oof, almost fell there. Okay. So if we look at this, that's pretty straightforward, right? That we can see when we go through here, it cuts something off. And so to fix that, let's unload our Undead Parish. Let's load our Sense Fortress. Man, once again, I was planning on this being like really well edited. I'll still go through this and edit it, obviously, but no, I think most of this has been pretty good. Oh, well, actually, here's a good view of one of the big changes to Sense Fortress. Is I actually went through finally, and I replaced the trees. I replaced every exterior tree here in Sense Fortress, because what it used to be is one giant map piece that was all of these like 2D trees that you basically would see when you're up, you know, in Sense Fortress. So I basically went through manually and I placed the little bushels of trees from none other than Darkroot Garden, because they're essentially the same tree that you would use in Undead Burg, and it looked great. And so yeah, I then went through and I was placing them and rotating them and trying to make them look right. And so basically you get better trees that look less like ass, but they still kind of look like ass, right? They're still not like, they're basically just little, you know, 2D and 2D, and well, there you go. But are they better than the 2D trees? Yes. So I'll take it. I was also messing with, oh, does it not? Oh, that's weird. I added distant stuff here, but it's interestingly not showing it. Did I not save those changes? Maybe not. All right, so let's retrace our steps here. I have a problem in Sense Fortress. I get lost. I mean, I think everyone has that problem, where I just go, where the hell am I? And that extends to even using like a map editor. And so so it's right here. So it's right here. Also, it looks like someone barfed. Oh my god. Can we get someone to clean that up? So this is where you could use Cheat Engine to understand what is basically not being rendered when you step in here. And usually you can look up here and go, is it this? Because for instance, I think we should be able to set this to render all the time. Because this map piece, I don't think collides with other ones. That's essentially the thing you have to check anytime you do this, is if you're going to set a map piece to render more of the time, you just have to make sure that it's not one that they specifically set to disappear at certain times, which is unfortunate, and I really wish when they had designed these, they had made it more of a puzzle that fits, but there's quite a few times where they do trickery, and it's a clown car effect, where they make it disappear, and it should be there, but it's not there. But the player, I get that, like, who gives a shit, right? I do understand that, but I don't know. It frustrates me a little bit. But then again, I realize I'm in a situation where, like, no one else is in that situation that often, of having to fix this kind of stuff. So it's kind of the epitome of first world problems, where you're like, you know what? You can shut the fuck up. I tell myself that sometimes. Dang it. I will say the one thing I miss about Windows 11 is the File Explorer, partially. There's tabs in the File Explorer, so I downloaded this open source version, and I gotta say, I don't like I gotta turn off the double clicking. Don't make me jump folders when I double click. I don't like that. That's not cool. That's not cash money. No one likes that, okay? I don't actually know that. So anyway, we set it to render, and we'll see if that's the issue. It's kind of a guessing game a little bit. You have to guess like, oh, okay, so that looks like that shadow is hitting there. Maybe that's it, but this is usually what's happening. We fixed it, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, that was the issue. That map piece was set to disappear when we would walk through here. Oh, I love when a game or when a modding thing goes successfully. That's great. And in one shot, dog. Doesn't always happen that way. But I have officially nailed it. I will receive your bountiful applause in the comments, please and thank you. Man, I really got to upscale that texture. Oh, is that? Oh, God, I thought there was a boulder there for a second. I'm like, oh, my God. You son of a bitch. Oh, ow, ow. Don't be like that. Okay, I got Gwen's greatsword. Don't try me. Oh, what's Sneck? Wait, are there always two Sneck guys on the side over here? Do y'all remember that? I don't remember that. I mean, I played this game countless times. I think there's still light coming through here. What the fuck? There must be a mesh seam or something. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, there's another one here. Yeah, there's like there's a mesh seam. Well, let's take a look at that real quick. Real fast. Okay, jabroni. Alright. Yeah, let's take a look. I'm actually a little curious. So we fixed that issue. That is very cash money. Because Sense Forcers, I haven't done a ton of extensive work. Because I thought it was pretty cool by default, but it is a maze. And so having certain things render at other times, I just wanted to make sure I didn't fuck anything up. Which, thus far, I have not, apparently. So let's go see. Is there a mesh seam? Because it's happening at the corner here. I'm not sure what the fuck is happening here. I don't, because if I turn off backfix... Oh no. Oh no, it's gonna happen again. I got my shield. Ooh, it bounced me the right way though. Hey, go. Oh my god. Okay, close one. Yeah, I had a light leakage in this room as well. Looks really cool when you look up here though. Yeah, I had light leakage from a lot of things not rendering at certain times. So I have fixed that. We just need to go look. Oh man, I ran out. That's a shame. Yeah, I need to go look outside. Whew. I love the dynamic shadows. Oh, I never got that item. Yeah, that's fair. I am not shocked at all. Alright, jabroni. Suck on that. I shit talk the enemies quite a bit. And they hear me talking shit. Oh. Okay. Alright, we're jamming. Okay, well, I should have known. I don't have heals. What the fuck am I doing? Aha! The trees! I think they actually look really good. Oh yeah, we were going to the bonfire. Yoink! Alright, well that's shit. Yeah, so, pretty cool. The distant thing looks the same, obviously, but the trees are sick nasty. Oh, I didn't know you could look up there and... Kind of looks weird, though. Duke's Archives. Alright, I'll have to look into that. That looks a little strange. Yeah, but I think the trees actually fit in pretty well. If you do like a fully vertical, you kind of like see the kind of that they're not great. But when you look this angle, I tried to like orient them up and down so they sort of have a more traditional look and not... I just try to make them look like they're not just fucking placed. That's kind of my biggest goal. And but yeah, so small upgrades, nothing crazy today, sort of like piecemeal little mod updates. I should be posting a new version of the mod soon, I think, because I've been trying to squash bugs and I think there's like 15 current bugs. Well, not really. A lot of them are like known. Like the cutscenes don't render correctly. I'm like, yeah, I know about that. And then fog walls. I fixed the Darkroot one. I just removed it because I was like, you know what? I do like that fog walls aren't always boss fights, and that's cool. That's one where I'm like, I don't know. I'll just remove it. I think I'll remove them on a case-by-case basis. I'll keep most of them. It's only if I run into like an issue. I think in Undead Asylum, the fog wall, obviously that one was a boss fog wall. But the fog walls that are not boss fog walls, I'll have to admit, I just don't have as much loyalty towards those. I think they were mostly used to hide loading, presumably. So I don't find them to be terribly important to the gameplay element, but I don't really intend on touching them at all. So it's not like I'm going to go around just exterminating fog walls, but, so don't worry about that. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to edit it down and remove some of the boring shit. But I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, a like helps a lot. As shocking as that is, smash the like button, and it gets the video out there for more people. And share the video, because maybe you have some cool Dark Souls homies that would enjoy a sloppy behind-the-scenes look at modding. And it's not a glamorous process, but it's kind of fun, and you break a lot of shit. So I think that's worthwhile. And, maybe comment down below. Do you like these changes? What else should I change? Are you looking forward to the next version of the mod? Or just how's your day going? Who's your favorite Dark Souls NPC? Stuff like that. I'll try to pop down in the comments a little bit. I tend to get overwhelmed by the amount of Discord messages, Twitter notifications, DMs, emails. So I try to get better about that. But doing me best. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.